YouTube, man, you guys already know what we're here for, man. We're here for some more scary and creepy TikToks, man. That's gonna make us question reality, bro. Like I said at the end of the video, it's up to you guys to decide, is it fake or is it reality? Let's dive on in, bro.
Chilling facts.
Okay.
A hitchhiking robot designed to travel North America simply on the kindness of strangers was found decapitated 2 weeks after the project started. More serial killers are born in November than any other month in the year. If you stood on the surface of Mars without a spacesuit, you would pass out within 30 seconds and be unalive within 60, like it followed.
This Japanese killer brutally deformed his own face in an attempt to get away with murder.
What?
On January 5th, 1979, Tatsuya Ichihashi spent his adult life unemployed, living solely off an allowance from his parents, most of which would be spent on gym memberships and manga, including Bleach and One Piece. On March 24, 2007, Ichihashi arranged to meet Lindsay Walker, a 22-year-old teacher, for an English lesson in a nearby cafe. After finishing the lesson, Ichihashi mentioned that he'd forgotten his wallet and invited Walker back to his apartment, which was just half a mile away. Walker reluctantly agreed, and the pair took a taxi to his flat. This, however, would be the last time Walker was ever seen alive. Once inside the flat, Ichihashi attacked Walker, viciously beating, raping, and strangling her, until the cartilage in her neck broke. Ichihashi then proceeded to bury the corpse in a bath on his balcony, using a mixture of sand and compost soil in an attempt to speed up the body's decomposition. Walker was quickly reported missing, and the police arrived at Ichihashi's apartment on the evening of March 26th. However, they failed to make the arrest, and Ichihashi fled on foot, marking the start of a 2-year-long manhunt.
It took him 2 years to get him?
He worked a number of odd jobs to get by, and spent a large portion of his wages on cosmetic surgery to alter his appearance in an attempt to avoid arrest. However, on November 10, 2009, he was finally caught by police, following a tip-off from his plastic surgeon. The 28-year-old was tried and sentenced to life in prison, where he remains to this day.
Okay. That's freaking weird, bro. So how do you use plastic surgery to get away? Shit, what the hell? That means shit. A spirit is passing through you?
Disney World facts.
There have been a couple of times where out of nowhere, like I have just like shivered, and I've always wondered, like, what does that freaking mean, bro? I mean, spirits and stuff was nearby me.
Darker than you could imagine. And if you guys are loving Creep Time and you want even more content, make sure to check out my Instagram right in the bio. Disney World is known for quite a few high-profile deaths, most of which they have done a great job of covering up. But not quite as quickly as when an off-duty cast member accidentally fell to his death off Disney's contemporary resort onto the monorail. Within just 8 hours, Disney had completely cleaned it up and just resumed operations. In 1981, the case went to court when parents claimed that an actor at the park who played Winnie the Pooh had slapped their daughter. But this cast member insisted that this was just a case of turning around and accidentally knocking a little girl over, and actually proved this to a jury in court by repeating the incident while dressed in costume. In the early 70s, at an attraction known as the Carousel of Progress, in which the stage rotates a full 360. The who was 18 was crushed between the stage and the wall. Even more chilling, there is an audio recording that exists of this exact incident.
This 14-year-old TikToker originally murdered her disabled sister. Born in 2007, Claire Miller grew up in Pennsylvania with her sister who suffered from cerebral palsy. Claire had a fairly normal childhood and would spend her free time in her room posting videos on her TikTok account, with the content mainly focused on dancing, lip-syncing, and anime. She quickly grew an impressive following of over 22,000 people, but this was not enough to satisfy her need for attention. Her older sister
had like a good fan base. What the hell?
Claire grew jealous of this, feeling that her older sister overshadowed her, and in the early hours of February 22nd, 2021, Claire snapped. She snuck into her sister's room around 1 AM, armed with a knife from the family kitchen. Claire stabbed her sister several times in the neck before placing a pillow over her face. Claire then phoned 911, telling the emergency dispatcher that she had murdered her sister. Police quickly arrived at the scene and found Claire waiting outside, covered in blood. Claire's trial is still ongoing, and if convicted, she will likely face either life imprisonment or the death sentence.
Oh, she's gonna get a death penalty? What is with people doing that type of crime and then just calling the cops? Like, they're insane. What? It's happening at 3 AM, bro. See something in the background move. I'm definitely seeing that. Whoa.
Disturbing facts that will ruin your life. There used to be real human remains in the Disneyland's Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
What?
There are at least 200 corpses on Mount Everest. There is no physical evidence to say that today is Sunday, We all just have to trust that someone has kept count since the first one ever. The human brain not only named itself, but it also recognized that it named itself, and was surprised when it realized that. No one knows exactly how anesthesia works. Anytime they put you under for a routine operation, there's currently no scientific explanation for why you are unconscious. Hit the plus sign if these disturb you.
Creepy things sitting in his photos. Do I see it? Oh, I do see an eye. What the hell? Yeah, it's a secret. This is real secret. Wasn't ready to look for something new. Was out with my friends. Oh man, what the hell? He said I see you in Disneyland.
This is why you should never buy antique dolls. This is Daniel, who claims that his mother has an absolute insane obsession with collecting strange antique items.
Hell no, I don't mess with dolls. Especially creepy dolls, I can't do it.
They first start hearing tapping from the room where the dollhouse was placed.
Alright.
Know how to explain it? The only thing I can say that has happened with it
what the hell?
Sometimes when I walk by,
tapping by the damn dollhouse?
the bathroom's back there. And I walk through and I hear like tapping coming from this room.
Then one night Daniel's awoken and knocking at the front door. Having no idea who's there, he looks around and sees no one. Then turning around, making exact eye contact with a doll that he swears blinked at him.
Oh my gosh. Somebody is knocking on the damn door. The doll is behind him. What the fuck? Standing at the door now.
I swore I saw the doll blinking. Had to take a closer look.
Oh crap. Oh hell no. See, I'm shows how you were killed in a past life. What? Really? Interesting. What the hell? I didn't know that was their birthmarks. So much you're so numb. If you stay still. Gerald Stanley. Electric chair. Richard Ramirez. Star to Death in the Dark Cell.
Serial killing facts you wish you never knew, part 4.
Okay.
Cannibals find the palm of the hand the tastiest. There's a lake that never gives up the dead. The bottom of the lake superior is cold enough that the dead bodies just remain. So they don't become skeletons and they are pretty creepy. In 1975, the CIA had a heart attack gun. It's a weapon that shoots a small poisonous dart which causes a heart attack. It can penetrate clothes and leave nothing but a red dot. Just imagine what they could be hiding now.
Oh man. You know they have a damn heart attack gun? Falling your dream means that your brain fell asleep too quickly and assumed it was dying. What? Bad luck. I see my freaking check out those. The black cats, bro.
This is why most people are terrified of working the night shift.
Okay.
A Reddit user uploaded this extremely disturbing video where his father is working the night shift. And as he's looking over the security footage, he notices something that makes his blood run cold.
Whoa, what the is that? The hell? Oh my gosh. What the hell is that? Hell yeah, he been like, I'm off this crap. I ain't doing the night shift no more. What the hell, bro? You'll never see your own face, only reflections in pictures. Whoa, you always move a little? There's a pandemic every 100 years. That's interesting. Very interesting.
The original mission was searching the oceans. Now they won't tell us what they found, but their mission suddenly changed to getting us off this planet instead. Well, that must leave you wondering, what did they find in the ocean that was so bad that made them want to leave the planet altogether? Maybe there's a reason we know more about space than we do about our own oceans.
Oh.
This 12-year-old girl brutally murdered her entire family. Born in 1992, Jasmine Richardson grew up in Alberta, Canada.
These people
with her
are
parents and
crazy.
younger brother. Richardson was described as a happy and friendly girl. However, in early 2006, this would all change. While at a local punk rock concert, Richardson met 23-year-old Jeremy Steinke, and the pair quickly began dating, despite the 11-year age difference. Steinke claimed to be a 300-year-old vampire and would often wear a vial of blood around his neck. This behaviour, along with the couple's vast age difference, led to Richardson's parents forbidding the couple from seeing each other. After hearing this, the pair decided that the only way they could be together was to kill Richardson's parents, and on April 23, 2006, the couple stormed the Richardson house, fatally stabbing her mother and father, before going upstairs and viciously slitting her brother's throat. The couple fled, eager to start a new life together, but were quickly captured 130 kilometers from the crime scene. Steinke was sentenced to 25 years in prison. However, Richardson was only sentenced to 10 years and was released on May 6, 2016, and continues to live as a free woman.
Terrifying serial killer, guys. Be warned, as always, the ones I got for you today are actually very rough.
So she murdered her for the whole family brother and got 10 years and she all free. No.
So stay tuned. Serial killer John Norman Collins would consistently use his motorcycle as a means to pick up women because, you know, it's a guy on a motorcycle, it's sexy, it's fun, it's hot, whatever. But through several tests and several trials, it was later revealed that the bodies of the women were all found to be washed. But that wasn't the scary part. Aside from the fact that he would wash their bodies, which was already insane enough as it was, Collins would only kill women who were on their period at the time of him picking them up. Like they weren't suffering enough.
What?
I may have brought this one up before, but it doesn't get talked about enough, and that's the fact that Robert Hansen used to pick up women and let them loose in the Alaskan wilderness just so he could hunt them down and kill them because he thought it was too simple to just pick up a girl and kill him, and he wanted a challenge.
Oh my!
It's pretty funny that Dennis Rader, aka the BTK killer, actually worked for ADT, which is a security system, and in Wichita, where he was doing most of his murders, people were getting alarm security systems out of fear, and he was actually the one that was installing them.
What?
Films, Part 10. Today we're talking about Tusk.
Tusk, we heard about that.
I just watched this yesterday for the first time, and all I can say is, what the fuck was that? The movie is bizarre, but I couldn't look away at the same time. It's about a podcaster who travels to Canada, kind of in the middle of nowhere, to interview a guy with an interesting past. However, this man turns out to be an absolute psychopath. Drugs him, holds him captive, and eventually starts performing surgeries on him. The first surgery is amputating one of his legs. These surgeries eventually end up turning him into a walrus.
What?
Yeah, a walrus. It's so messed up.
Oh man.
Who's seen this one?
Not me. Never you have a scary dream, what happens? This demon trying to communicate with you, trying to hurt you? What? Trying to break your spine?
So why was this statue crying blood? This is seen as a miracle in the Catholic religion. When the Virgin Mary statue cries blood, it's a sign that something crazy may happen.
What?
The scariest part is that right after this, Florida State University beat Virginia Tech 27-22.
Here's an exclusive second channel video. Here's some more of the most evil children on the planet.
Okay.
The first person we have today for you is Eric Smith. Eric Smith was a regular boy who frequently got bullied for having glasses and red hair until he eventually snapped one day, and he ended up killing a 4-year-old boy.
That's why you don't bully people, bro, because they can snap.
Smith decided to lure the little boy into the woods where he would strangle him. Next up on the list, we have 11-year-old Mary Bell.
Mary Bell?
The day before her 11th birthday, Mary Bell lured a 4-year-old kid into an abandoned home in Newcastle, England. Bell then strangled the boy to death, left, and returned to carve an M into the little boy's chest.
What?
But Bell was not even close to done there. She later lured in another little 3-year-old this time into another abandoned house which
How did they belong his kids, bro?
But the authorities would catch on to the relationship between these two murders, and Mary Bell would eventually be caught. She then served 12 years in prison, where after she was 23, she got out and was given a new identity.
This man is the most prolific killer in South Korea's history. Born on February 24th, 1955, Woo Bum Kong would grow up in the city of Busan before joining the South Korean military and making a name for himself as a superb marksman. A dangerous drinking problem would get him demoted and transferred to one of the most isolated and least populated parts of the country.
So they knew he had a problem, bro.
1982, Wu was awoken abruptly by his girlfriend swatting a fly off his chest. This caused a huge argument between the couple, with Wu storming out of the house.
Okay.
He spent the day drinking heavily before returning home, where he began beating his girlfriend and destroying furniture in a drunken rampage.
Damn.
From there, Wu left the house, walked to the police armory where he was stationed, and gathered several weapons, including 2 M2 carbines and 7 hand grenades.
Oh my gosh,
Wu
bro.
then went on an 8-hour killing spree, shooting pedestrians, local store workers, and even using his police uniform to convince people to let him inside their houses, where he would brutally kill all the men, women, and children inside.
Oh my
In the early hours of April 27th, Wu was cornered into a farmhouse by a group of 37 police officers. When they made a move to arrest him, he detonated 2 grenades, killing himself and 3 hostages. In his rampage, Wu killed a total of 57 innocent people and injured a further 35. And that's why
these are amazing, terrifying, scary landmarks right here in the United States. Here we go. One of the first known serial killers in the United States was H.H. Holmes.
Okay.
He confessed to 27 killings, but was said to have killed over 27 people. But here's the scary part. He bought a 3-story hotel and completely renovated the inside to be a maze of virtual impossible escapes. Known as the Murder Castle. This is the 2nd floor. He actually built this hotel knowing that it was next to the World's Fair to get easy victims.
Oh man.
He would hire different construction workers to do different rooms, different parts of the time, so that they wouldn't catch on to him. He had doors in there that only opened to a brick wall. He had doors that only opened from the outside.
What?
And he even had suffocation rooms. He would also make his victims go into a safe that held a person, and he would lock the safe as they suffocated.
Oh man.
He was apprehended in November of 1894 and sentenced to hanging. His last words were, "The evil one stands as my sponsor."
Evil one stands as my sponsor. It's looking like door. What the hell? August Underground Penance. What the hell is that? Movie? What the hell? Scary movies to check out? I won't be checking them out, bro. Ain't gonna get me.
There's a secret cult that the government does not want you to know about that's contains some of the most powerful, influential people of all time, and I'm going to tell you all about it right now.
Alright.
This group is known as the Bohemian Grove.
The Bohemian
From the beginning, people typically misconstrue them to be part of the Illuminati, but that's not the case. That's something completely different.
Okay.
For 2 weeks in July, some of the most powerful, rich people on the planet, including politicians, musicians, actors, all meet up in a campground in Monte Rio, California for drinking, partying, and who knows what else. This group was created to celebrate a more higher form of thinking and to get away from the uncivilized interests of normal men. But people who've got more of an inside look on the Bohemian Grove have noted they're doing a lot of rituals and worshipping of a kind. Also, one very specific rule that takes place when you're at the Grove.
Which is?
And that rule is you cannot make any business deals while you're at the Grove. This rule has only been broken once to discuss the Manhattan Project, and that led to the creation of the atomic bomb.
Here's some of the most disturbing.
So that group made the damn atomic bomb? What?
Moments in kids' TV.
That's crazy, bro.
Tom and Jerry is one of, if not the most memorable kids' TV show.
You saw
However,
all episodes of it.
November 16th, 1956, MGM Studios released an episode called Blue Cat Blues, which installed fear in every child and even some adults who watched it.
Whoa, wow.
In this episode, we see Tom spending every ounce of money he has to win back his lady cat, which proves unsuccessful. After failing, we see Tom sitting on some train tracks, visibly upset. Jerry watches him while appreciating how lucky in love he is, only to see his girl with a new husband. Jerry then joins Tom on the tracks, and they both sit in devastation as the whistle of an oncoming train rushes towards them.
This is the disappearance of Kevin McAllister.
That is creepy, bro.
On December 22nd, 1990, the McAllister family of Chicago, Illinois packed themselves up for a vacation to Miami, Florida. A vacation that Father Peter McAllister was somehow able to afford as a day trader in Chicago.
Really?
The suitcases were packed, the alarms were set, and the Pepsi was taken easy on. So that Cousin Fuller did not wet the bed. Go easy, little buddy. On December 23rd at 8:40 a.m., the McAllisters headed to the airport. What Mother Kate McAllister did not realize was that she would prove to be what the French call les incompetents. They left their son Kevin at home.
Is this Home Alone?
Alone. When the plane landed, Kate phoned police, and a welfare check was conducted at the home, but it was reported to the family that Kevin was missing. That's when Kate McAllister left her family in Miami and headed back to Chicago to locate her son. Little did she know, she'd never make it, and she was last seen at an airport in Scranton, PA. Kate was last seen with this mysterious group of men, all carrying tubas. She was never seen again.
What?
The only clues left behind were this bucket of paint, a broken picture of Buzz's girlfriend, Wolf, and traces of flesh on the floor, supposedly belonging to a bald head. So what do you think happened to Kevin McAllister? Was it the Wet Bandits who were charged with criminal robbery and aggravated water damage on the same night of his disappearance? Do you think it could have been a local pizza delivery driver who got stiffed by Kevin and sought revenge on the little brat? Keep the change, you filthy animal. What about the spooky neighbor who had an estranged relationship with his son? Were we supposed to care about this plot point? What happened to Mrs. McAllister? And who are these large men? Is she in the tuba? Okay.
911, what's your emergency? Hi, yes, I'd like to order a pizza for delivery. Pizza? I think you've dialed the wrong number, ma'am. I don't think so. Do you still have this cheesy crust? The address? Sure, it's 235 Hayward Street, apartment 3F.
Okay.
Are you in danger? Is someone making you feel like you can't speak freely?
Gotta order some freaking pizza.
That's right. I understand. My name is Grace, okay? And help is on the way.
Okay.
I need you to tell me how many people are in the apartment.
Would a medium pepperoni pizza be big enough for 2 people?
What are you doing? I said large.
Okay, so there's one other person with you. Is that who I'm hearing?
Yes, that's right.
Large?
Okay, you're doing really great. Can you tell me your name for the order?
The name on the card is...
Okay, so she has to communicate with the police like she's doing a damn pizza.
Okay, Kristen, and is the person threatening you armed?
Move the pot! Come on!
Okay. He's armed with a gun. I want you to ask for extra pepperoni.
Top of my favorite series. Terrifying facts about serial killers. And as
crazy and insane. She had to order a pizza like that.
These are rough.
That's like really for her life.
To kill people and eat them. On top of that, Fish was just really a demented person.
What?
He initially had his sights set on this one specific boy who he wanted to kill and eat. But when he met this boy's little sister, his attention shifted onto her, and she didn't make it out of that. Fish killed her, ate her flesh, and drank her blood, and then sent a note to his victim's mother explaining how good her daughter's blood tasted.
What? In the pools of slimy water you will see all along the road going to North Beach. I came home with my meat.
It's different, bro.
Okay, so I got a good vacation spot for you. Have you ever been to hell? Well, you can. In 1971, the Soviets were drilling in the desert and accidentally punched into a massive underground fiery pocket. Fumes started leaking out at an alarming rate. They thought it was just leaking gas that caused the flames to keep growing stronger. They couldn't cover up the flames. They figured it might stop burning after a few years once the gas goes out. Decades later, the fire is still burning strong and can't be stopped. This is believed to be the entranceway to a fiery afterlife. Would you be willing to explore?
First games you should never play. Part 45, the less fear game. To start, sit before some candles and stare at them. Now look beyond them and look into the darkness.
Any of this.
Now start to think of what could be lurking in that darkness.
Hell no.
Throughout this entire process, try not to show or feel any fear. And as you think about what could be lurking there, extinguish the candles one by one. As you extinguish the second candle, say, "Are there none that can show me the meaning of fear?" Once you extinguish the third and final candle, light a fourth candle. Now, if you see or sense something that inspires true fear, you can continue. Now continue to look into the darkness for 3 minutes without showing any fear. Now pick up the lit candle and exit the room. Now move to a second room. Once you enter this room, you'll extinguish the candle and lay on the floor.
See, this only
lie
got 2
there
months
for
you gotta
3
do.
minutes without showing any fear. After this, relight your candle and move to a third room. Once you're in this room, you'll be met with something. They'll respond kindly and shake your hand, and they may even embrace you. Remain in this position for 3 minutes, and then turn your back to it. And say thank you for your thoughtful visitation. Now you'll want to exit the premises and go to a safe space. You'll want to go to sleep here, and once you wake up, you'll find a gift. This may be something physical or something like a good fortune. Accept it and be glad, but never show fear.
Hell no, bro. YouTube, man, that's it for this videos for you guys today, man. Like I said at the end of the vid, it's up to you guys whether to decide, is it fake or is it reality, bro? Like I said, guys, I love reacting to these TikToks, man. In order to expand the community, in order for us to grow, man, I need you to hit that like button, hit that sub button, man. I bring y'all almost like 30-minute videos from here on out, bro. Guys gonna catch you in the next one, man. Hopefully you guys join me in my journey, bro. Appreciate you, dude.